Good morning, Kenneth Chidebere. You can hear me now. Another person. Good morning, Mr. Wisdom. All right, I have two feedback. I think we can get started. Others will join us along the way. So today is Wednesday, the 20th of August, 2025, and we're running our morning analysis. Good morning, Mr. Garba and Trust Udo. You're welcome on board. Now, overnight there was release of official cash rate, RBNZ policy statement and RBSN rate statement from New Zealand, and this, impacted heavily upon the market. The market really reacted massively to this news event, and it was followed by RBNZ press conference by 4 a.m. The other events took place at 3 a.m. The press conference took place by 4 a.m. and 7 a.m. this morning, just some 90 minutes ago, there was a release of CPI from the United Kingdom. And that also has had its impact upon the market. So the market is really in a series of, back-to-back news events, which is causing some spikes in the market at the moment. So we may need to just hold on a little and let things settle down, because I'm not really seeing a lot. Most setups are not really too sharp at the moment due to all these back-to-back news events that have been released. But then 8:10 a.m. this morning, which is just like less than an hour away, there will be the release of ECB. The speech from ECB President Lagarde, as European Central Bank President Lagarde, will give a speech. And after that, there may be a form of quietness in the market till 4 p.m. today, when FOMC member Waller will give a speech. So trading window today for technical trades will just be between maybe like 9 a.m. to like 3 p.m. thereabouts. And later in the afternoon, like I said, 4 p.m., FOMC member Walla will give a speech, and 7 p.m. there'll be FOMC meeting minutes, not the main FOMC, but then we may still get some reaction. And later on, there will be RBNZ Governor Okesby will give a speech again later tonight by 9 p.m. All right, so that's just all. We really don't have any serious tradable news today aside the one that have been released already. So let's just go over to the charts. Now, like I said, even technicals, we need to be careful. Market is quite unstable as we speak, as the market is reacting massively to all this data that has been released overnight and the one that's been released early this morning. So let's go over to the charts and see a couple of setup that we may be looking at in the course of today. All right. Now, yesterday, if you are active on your group, WhatsApp, Telegram, whichever one, I dropped a setup on New Zealand USD. I dropped a bearish setup on New Zealand USD. Want to believe we might have seen it, and I gave a bearish outlook on that instrument with the expectation that price will hit the support zone, netting close to 40 pips thereabout. And it has happened exactly as I have analyzed it. I'll post the update later on in the course of the day, but I need to show you our students who are joining the morning analysis to let you know that our analysis really, really works. It works. If you follow through, you will surely, make some pips, make some money in this market. The analysis was that price hit a resistance on the daily time frame, and we have a descending trend line and a head and shoulder, and that led to this massive breakout. So that already came out as we analyzed. Now, technically, the key instrument I'll be looking at today at this moment will be gold. And I gave my analysis on gold yesterday when we had the pre-New York session analysis in the afternoon. I gave you my outlook on gold. Now, I'll withdraw what I have here so that we can see how I do it again. I said it that on the short term yesterday. I don't know if anyone was here for the afternoon session yesterday. I said on the short term, I was seeing a bearish gold, but on the long term, I'm seeing a bullish gold. I don't know if anyone can remember that. And you can see gold has dropped bearish in line with the analysis, and currently it's about to begin its bullish journey. So let's do the proper analysis now for the bigger picture on gold. I remember yesterday telling us that the reason for a long-term bullish movement will be that price, is trying to bounce off this trend line that is coming from the daily time frame. Okay, there's a slight change, slight adjustment, but notwithstanding, we have a previous support here, a resistance rather turn support from where price is bouncing off to the upside. Okay, I think we just need to hold on with this trend line and just focus on this previous resistance turn support, which is leading to the current bullish movement we are seeing in gold. And fundamentally, one of the reasons why we may be seeing some bullish movement in gold is also because, there's been a meeting between President Trump and Vladimir Putin earlier on in the week. Then simultaneously, it was followed by a meeting again between President Trump and Zelensky, the president of Ukraine. And they are all looking forward at ways to, at least not just bring about a ceasefire, but just to bring an end to the war. And if they're able to bring an end to the war, that will actually impact upon gold. Even though now, even while the deliberations were going on, shortly before it, after it, there are still being some measure of attack between the two countries. Russia is still hitting on Ukraine, Ukraine still hit on Russia, and that is what is leading to the spike we're seeing at the moment. But then all things being equal from the technical, I'm seeing price hitting the resistance turn support zone with a falling wedge pattern being formed on the 4-hour time frame. Now, if price is able to break out on the upside above this level here, then we'll see a bigger bullish move on gold from the technical angle. On the fundamentals, if the strikes continue, that will still lead to further bullish movement on gold. If the airstrike continues between uh, Russia and Ukraine, it will still lead to further bullish momentum, on gold. So technically, we still hold on to our bullish outlook. But then, can we trade gold now? Of course, we can't take a trade on gold now because the coast is not completely clear. You can see that our RSI is still below 50, our MACD is still below zero. Price has not broken out above the trend line yet, so we need to trade with caution. And also price is still around this support turned resistance region here. So if a new candle opens above this level, yes, you may look at a scalp for some 20-30 pips as price touches the trend line. That is the view over there. So the coast is not yet clear for a trade until price breaks out above this level. You may just scalp a little upwards. But if price is able to break above this, above this trend line, yes, that is when the big move will start on gold. So look forward to a scalp on gold in the course of today if price is able to break above this support turn resistance level. So we're bullish on gold. And that's the only instrument I have to analyze for us this morning. The others, like I said, there's a measure of instability in the market at the moment due to all the news that has been released this morning, in the course of the night, Nigerian time. And that's for the New Zealand news and even the one from UK this morning. That's the CPI from the United Kingdom. For those who are just joining us, I was giving an update on the New Zealand USD analysis I dropped in all our groups yesterday for a bearish move. It has happened already, and price has hit the proposed target level, which is a support zone over there, netting about some 40 pips. If you follow the analysis, I believe you could have made some money now trading the New Zealand USD. All right, so I've been looking at this Euro card. Now, yesterday was I anticipated a bearish movement. Now, I remember saying it clearly when the news was to be released from Canada yesterday that regardless of the outcome of that news, I'm looking forward to a bearish movement on the Euro card. I cited that clearly yesterday. Now, Eurocard is still very much active, forming a head and shoulder pattern with a rising wedge and price hitting the resistance from the monthly time frame. So I'm still anticipating that bearish breakout on the Eurocard. I just saw this now. I just analyzed gold, Mr. Dewali Olatunji. You may just watch the video again. All right. So we still have that bearish outlook on gold. Coming from the monthly time frame, you can see that price currently is trading around the resistance level on the monthly time frame, still very much on that level. And on the 4 hour, we have the rising wedge and the head and shoulder pattern. The head and shoulder pattern is clearer. So what we're looking for now is a new candle to break out below the lower trend line here, and that will trigger the bearish movement. And please confirm with your RSI clearly below 50 at that point in time. And we may still extend it by looking at our neckline region. So we're not only looking at price breaking out below the trend line, but possibly also breaking out below the neckline region, so that gives us a clearer break if he's able to make a break below the neckline region. So we wait for a break below the neckline region, below 50 for RSI, and we can trigger a sell. And the profit potential of this trade can be in the range of, let's check it out, about 60 pips to Fibonacci 38.2, about 100 pips to Fibonacci 50, about 150 pips of Fibonacci 61.8, and about 220 pips of Fibonacci 70.6. So on the average, we're looking at between about 60 to about 200 pips on this setup if it matures and works according to plan, which I strongly believe, because it's really really getting clearer by the day that we're having a downtrend on the euro card. All right, so that'll be all from my end this morning. A little recap. We've looked at gold this morning. We anticipate a little break above gold, above the current resistance level, which may trigger some slight bullish movements, more like a scalp on gold. If gold breaks above this level, we may look for some, slight movement up there and capture some 20-30 pips on gold, purely scalp. But if gold breaks above the upper trend line, then that will trigger a much more bigger move. But that's not really the concern for now. The concern is price breaking above the current support and resistance zone for us to trigger a slight bullish trade on gold. And secondly, I just analyzed for us the euro card where I am bearish. Now I'm bullish on gold on 1 hour, but for the euro card, I am bearish on the 4 hour. So that's the swing setup, which may span maybe the remaining days of the week, because swing can take quite some time. All right, so that will be all from my end this morning. If you have any question, you can just go ahead and post it while we round up this analysis session. So while we wait for that, don't forget our physical training classes takes place twice a week at our two locations, Abuja and Lagos. So if you're here to get trained, what we do at PU Prime is that we're not just giving you the fish, we teach you how to catch the fish. So come and learn how to catch the fish at our physical location near you. So two locations we have, Abuja and Lagos. If you live around Abuja and its environ, Yanya and Kefi, other places, Maraba, make your way to our office at PU Prime Abuja, Work and Connect Building 50, Ebitu Ukiwe Street, Jabi, Abuja. Time is 10:30 a.m. Tuesdays and Thursdays. And if you live in Lagos and its environ, you live at K2, Ikotun, Iyanokpaja, Mowe, you know, Ojota, all those areas is solo. Find their way to our office at PU Prime Lagos, Agos Executive Lounge 54B at Denny Jones Avenue, Ikeja. Training days Tuesdays and Thursdays, and time is 11 a.m. We'd love to see you at these two locations. And if you're on the platform this morning, you don't have an account with PU Prime, just have a private chat with me. I'll guide you on how to get started so that you can start making money, like every other person. And if you're interested in copy trading also, maybe this still looks a little complex to you. It's not a problem. We have a lot of solutions to get you started regardless of your level of experience in trading. So if you want to start copy trading, just reach out to me also, with the WhatsApp number where I sent this link this morning, and I will guide you on how to get started. All right, that'll be the end of this session this morning. Take care and have a great day ahead. Bye bye.